You've got a voiceover recording and you're dealing with a lisp type sound in your recording. How do you use processing to compensate for it? Or how do you make sure you use processing and make sure you don't overcompensate for it? I'm going to show you how I handle it. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. My name is Lenny B, and I am an audio engineer who specializes in voiceover recordings and helping my clients with an improved voiceover sound, whether that's, making YouTube videos, competing as a voiceover artist, processing, room treatment, mic configuration, all that stuff. I can help you make a better connection with your audience. And I invite anybody working with a microphone or creating content and using a microphone to capture their voice to make that content. I invite you to send me your raw audio capture. You can do that by going to my website. It's lennyb.com, and I diagnose it, and I can put together an example of what my custom processing sound can be like on using your voice. And a voiceover artist, I believe at the beginning stages of her career, named Delaney, has recently sent me some audio. Now, I've gone through and created a custom processing preset sound for Delaney, and you can hear that in a different video. I've actually, I'll put the link to that video in the description. You should check that out. We were able to get a pretty good sound on her USB microphone, and you can see that in that video. But in this video today, I want to still use Delaney's example, but she asked me a question about a lisp sound that she has, and I really want to address it because I think it's important. Let me play you the portion of her audio submission where she asks the specific question.
I do have an additional question. Sometimes I feel like I have a lisp. I don't know how to correct it, but I also don't want to overcorrect it. So any advice you have would be great.
Delaney, it is such a great question, and this is kind of where I take my audio engineer hat off and kind of move into coach or mentor or just friend, right? Now, Delaney's asking about a lisp that she feels she has, or maybe some coaches or other people have told her about it, or she hears the lisps or whatever sometimes in her recordings. But this could be lip smacks, or it could be an accent that you have. It could be anything that you might feel self-conscious about. And I think the answer and how I address this for Delaney can help you if you've ever been a little self-conscious about something in your presentation, or really anything, but specifically we're talking about voice here. Delaney, here are my thoughts. If the audio and your lisp is piercing or really standing out, or taking my attention, when I listen, if it's taking my attention away from what you have to say, if it's taking away from the message, then I think, you might be able to address the frequencies, make them so they don't stand out as much. We want to rein them in a little bit. I don't think that's what's happening, and that's not what I hear in your submission. I hear maybe a little bit of a lisp. I don't know. I hear it sometimes. I think, well, maybe that could sound like a lisp, or maybe it just kind of sounds like you in your voice. Here's what I want you to understand. These are the things that make us different. These are the things that can make us stand out from other people. For example, I say certain words more than other words. There's a couple crutches I have that I've been told that I have, or I recognize in myself. Things that I say all the time. I'm gonna, what do I say? I'm gonna. I say I'm gonna instead of I'm going to. When I'm just speaking, I've got these certain little phrases, and I catch myself sometimes. And I go, that's not correct, or I should do it this way or that way. But in reality, those are the things that separate us from everybody else. That's what's making us original. I feel maybe there's some people going, oh, come on, Lenny B. If she wants to compete as a voiceover artist, she needs to fix these little things, and she needs to become, do it the right way. I hear you, but I can argue against that fact. In my estimation, think about like actors like, is it Owen Wilson? Or here, I'm gonna look them up. What are some of the actors renowned for their original, distinct, iconic speech patterns or intricacies, or you can even call them impediments? Some of them. Think about Jeff Goldblum or Al Pacino or William Shatner, Owen Wilson, right? Christopher Walken. They have these odd ways of speaking, but that's what makes them iconic, right? Now, Delaney, if you are doing voice acting and doing characters, there is no stronger character than you. There's no stronger or more powerful character that you can do than you. You are the best version of you ever. So I want to position this. And yes, if it's a frequency issue, if it's a piercing something that's standing out that we need to resolve, we can address that with processing. But I don't want you to feel like you need to be fixed. I don't want anyone to feel like if they have an odd way of speaking or a lisp or space between their teeth or some people have softer SHs or rounder pronunciations or different accents or whatever it is, ways of speaking. Your voice is perfect. You were made and you are perfect. The way you speak is perfect. Nobody is going to do a better version of you than you. And if everyone creating content with their voice leaned into who they are and their original, authentic selves, everybody would be original. So when you lean into who you are naturally, what your voice sounds like naturally, you're like nobody else. You're original. So I just want to position that. It's a little bit of a pep talk from somebody who hears a ton of voices. And I'll put it to you this way. Maybe this is a good way to put it. Delaney, if I were to hear your voice because of that little lisp that you have, I would be able to pick that out if I put your voice up against 15 different voices and I listen to it and I go, oh, that's Delaney. I hear that little intricacy, that little difference because that's you. It helps you stand out. And when you are trying to audition and you're in a pretty crowded space of different people who are trying to stand out and be better than the others, and great audio is one thing and we can help you. I can help you do that. But being yourself and being authentic, I guess here's the question. If someone passes you up because they don't think you're a good fit, that's just okay. There's a better fit out there for them. But when somebody sees you for who you authentically are and they line up and go, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for, that's a perfect fit. Be yourself. You are the best version of you can be. So I just don't want you, or this goes for Delaney, but anybody listening that has something that you might be a little bit insecure about, especially when it comes to voice or presentation. You are the best version of you out there. So anyway, I hope that helps you. I want to invite you to send me your audio if you feel like there is a way that you can improve your presentation, your voice quality, your mic position, the room sound of your mic or the processing. Send me your audio. Go to my website. It's lennyb.com, and I will send you an example of what my custom processed audio sounds like on your voice, recorded in your room using your microphone. lennyb.com. Thanks for watching.